Once again, the Vatican has asserted its authority to clarify what the new Pope really meant. During a November meeting of the Union of Superiors General at the Vatican, Pope Francis spoke of the changing political and social attitudes towards gay couples raising children, saying in part, "How can we proclaim Christ to a generation that is changing? We must be careful not to administer a vaccine against faith to them." Several media sources interpreted this optimistically as the Pope heralding a softening view of the Church's legal opposition to gay civil unions. After all, the Pope is recognizing that the zeitgeist is changing and many young people have left the Church over its strict anti-gay stance and political interference on the issue. Apparently, this is not the case. In a statement to Italian radio, Vatican spokesman Father Federico Lombardi set the record straight. Said Lombardi, "The Pope absolutely did not express himself on the debate that reopened in Italy only a month later. And whoever recalls the positions manifested by him in precedents in Argentina on the occasion of analogous debates knows well that they were completely different from those that some now seek surreptitiously to attribute to him." French stand-up comedian Dieudonné Umbala has dropped plans for a tour de France with his new one-man show, The Wall, after the government began an investigation into his personal finances and the nation's interior minister, Manuel Valls, announced that the government would allow local communities to cancel his shows due to charges of anti-Semitism and a potential risk to public order. Dieudonné's act contains numerous derogatory references to the French Jewish personalities and what Valls termed virulent and shocking attacks on the memory of victims of the Holocaust. Initially, Dieudonné's lawyer, Sanjay Mirabeau, was quoted as saying, "We are not at all worried," noting that the burden to prove a risk was on the government's shoulders, and further remarking that the comic had won such challenges in the past. However, the comic currently owes the equivalent of $89,000 in penalties related to charges of inciting hatred of Jews, and the government suspects that he has colluded with associates to hide funds so that he can claim destitution to avoid paying down his fines. The conservative Roman Catholic Order of Priests, founded in 1941, is currently in talks with the Vatican regarding their ultimate fate. The Legionaries were placed under Vatican oversight in 2010 following the public revelation that its founder, Father Marcial Maciel of Mexico, who died in 2008, ran the order as a secret pedophile cult, even going so far as to swear the other priests to secrecy. In the wake of the child sexual abuse scandal, the Legionaries of Christ launched an internal investigation of their own. So far, 9 priests of the order have been found to have committed sex abuse, with investigations ongoing for 10 more. In the last 2 years, the order has seen the loss of 84 priests, and the ordination of new legionaries has fallen by half. Sylvester Harriman, the current acting general director of the order, hopes Pope Francis will see a new dedication to transparency on the part of the order, including a new and publicly viewable Legionnaire Code of Conduct. Harriman also believes that the order can survive even with the scars left by its founder, telling the National Catholic Register, "We stay because we believe there's more to it than that." As talks continue, however, there is heavy speculation that the order will be disbanded entirely, a move that some former legionnaires support. Father Felix Alarcon is one of 8 Legionaries of Christ who had reported Maciel's crimes to the Vatican in the 1980s. He recently told Spanish-language website Religion Digital that the Legion, such as we know it, should be eliminated. The talks began on January 8, 2014, and are expected to last 6 weeks.